There's a quiet mistake almost everyone makes when they talk about magic. They think magic is about making something happen, pushing, forcing, directing reality toward a preferred outcome. That way of thinking belongs to an older age, an age of command, an age of hierarchy, an age of believing reality is a thing that must be ruled. Aquarian magic begins somewhere else entirely. It begins with a simple, unsettling recognition. Reality only appears fixed because we keep watching it. In quantum physics, this is not philosophy, it's mathematics. Physicists recently have showed that particles don't travel along a single path. They behave as if they travel every possible path at once. Straight lines, curves, impossible detours, even paths that double back on themselves. All paths contribute. What we observe, what we call reality, is not a chosen path, it's the interference pattern created when infinite possibilities are allowed to overlap until we measure. Measurement doesn't choose a path, it restricts which paths are allowed to interfere, and that changes everything. This is the hidden mechanism behind magic. Before any spell, before any ritual, before any intention, there is a field of unclapsed potential, not empty, not passive, but wildly alive. Aquarian magic does not rush to shape that field. It asks a different question. What happens if I stop interfering? Most people collapse reality continuously without realizing it. They check, they assess, they narrate, they measure themselves, their progress, their worth, their future. Every check is a measurement. Every measurement narrows the field. Every narrowing reduces possibility. The result feels like fate, like repetition, like being stuck. But it isn't fate. It's over-observation. Aquarian magic introduces a radical move, unmeasurement. Not denial, not avoidance, not pretending nothing exists, simply withdrawing jurisdiction. The declaration is clean and exact. The state is unmeasured. The door does not change. This does not change. It removes the constraint that prevented change. When observation stops, path space widens. Reality begins to recognize along routes you were never watching. Sideways, indirect, unexpected. That's not chaos. That's freedom. But Aquarian magic is not passivity, it's polarity. There are moments when collapse is necessary. A decision, a vow, a ritual, a spell. In those moments you collapse deliberately, briefly, cleanly, without attachment. This is where desire belongs, not as longing, but as selection. Not I hope, not I want, but this configuration is now active. Then you stop. You withdraw again. No monitoring, no checking, no story. The spell is complete, not when it's spoken, but when it's no longer watched. This is the metastructure of all real magic. Presence before the ritual, collapse during the ritual, silence after the ritual, open, bind, release. In older systems, this was hidden behind symbolism. In Aquarian magic, it's explicit. Magic is not the art of controlling reality, it's the art of controlling when you interfere with it. This is why spells work best when forgotten. Why obsession kills outcomes. Why silence is always prescribed at the end of true rites. Because once collapse has done its job, continued observation only tightens the constraint again. You don't need to manage reality. Reality already knows how to move. You only need to stop standing in its way. Aquarian magic is not about power over the world, it's about sovereignty over attention. Knowing when to look, knowing when not to. Knowing that the wildest magic and the widest magic happens in the spaces where nothing is being measured at all. So if you're working magic, remember this. You are not selecting a single path. You are deciding how wide the field is allowed to be. And the most radical act you can perform is sometimes the simplest one. To stop observing, to step back, and let infinite paths do what they have always done. Interfere into something new.